Michael Keaton has spoken out about his decision not to return for Batman Forever. In Tim Burton's Batman in 1989 and Batman Returns in 1992, the actor masterfully portrayed Bruce Wayne and his caped crusader alter ego. Despite well-received successors including Christian Bale and Ben Affleck's incarnations from the Dark Knight trilogy and the DCEU, he is still considered the ultimate live-action version of the DC hero by many. Keaton could have kept portraying Batman after his second picture as the comic book character, but he chose not to, opting out of Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. It's no secret that Keaton adored his time as the Bat of Gotham. Decades after he retired his cape and cowl, he still speaks fondly about his time as the legendary character. He has shown interest in reprising his role as the DC superhero on several occasions. If he enjoyed portraying Batman, why did he decline to reprise the role in Batman Forever? Keaton explains why he didn't feature in the Schumacher-directed movie in a recent interview with In the Envelope, the actor's podcast. It all came down to artistic disagreements, as the filmmaker wanted to go a different path than he and Burton had taken in his previous two Batman films. Schumacher didn't want to emphasize Bruce Wayne's dark side and instead focus on his heroic alter ego, which Keaton didn't like. Unfortunately, the two couldn't come to an agreement, thus the actor opted to drop out of the movie. Michael Keaton said that it was always Bruce Wayne. It was never Batman. To me, I know the name of the movie is Batman, and it's hugely iconic and very cool and a cultural iconic, and because of Tim Burton artistically iconic. I knew from the get-go it was Bruce Wayne. That was the secret. I never talked about it. Everyone would say Batman does this and that, and I kept thinking to myself, why all are thinking wrong here? It's all about Bruce Wayne. What kind of person does that? Who becomes that? And then when the director who directed the third one came on, I said I just can't do it. And one of the reasons I couldn't do it was after more than a couple of meetings where I kept trying to rationalize doing it and hopefully talking him into saying, I think we don't want to go in this direction, I think we should go in this direction. And he wasn't going to budge. I remember one of the things that I walked away going. He asked me, I don't understand why everything has to be so dark and everything so sad, and I went, wait a minute, do you know how this guy got to be Batman? Have you read? It's pretty simple. This isn't the first time Keaton has spoken out about declining Batman Forever. In 2017, he stated the movie sucked and that the script was never good. He also highlighted his disagreement with Schumacher's planned tone for the film, which he reiterates in his most recent statement on the subject. While Keaton isn't as candid in his latest interview, he does go into further detail, giving everyone a better understanding of why he decided not to force the issue and quit Batman Forever. Val Kilmer was cast in the role of the Caped Crusader, but it was not warmly received. It only became worse when Schumacher's next DC film Batman and Robin starring George Clooney was critically derided and is now frequently referenced as a jest when discussing Batman films. Now Keaton will reprise his role as Batman in both The Flash and Batgirl, making him the first actor to do so in a DC film. It may have been a long time since his cancelled cameo in Batman Forever, but the fact that he's back as the Caped Crusader after all this time is enough to pique fans' interest.